My rental property got destroyed. Yeah. In this episode, I'm just gonna sit here and talk to you about what it's really like to be a landlord, what it's really like to have to put a property back together, and how much it really costs when something goes wrong. Let's go.
Noel. Yeah, she can fix that. If you gotta get it done, no, you need to do it better. Well, she can fix that. Yeah, she can fix that. Investment to get back, trying to get a big stack. She can fix that. Let's fix that.
So let me tell you the story about this property here. So this is an amazing 3-bedroom, 2.5-bathroom townhouse in Kissimmee. I absolutely love this rental property because it's a short-term rental that I got fully furnished. I got this property for less than $200,000 in 2019, and it has been a great money maker for me. You can see these beautiful pictures of exactly how we got it and what it looked like. And then when we got the property after about a year of putting it on Airbnb and other short-term rental websites, we were able to upgrade some of the furniture, upgrade the lighting in the kitchen, and even upgrade some of the look and decor of the property. We were already making money when we first got the property because, like I said, it was a short-term rental property when I bought it, and it came fully furnished, and it even came with bookings. So it was amazing to be able to get a turnkey rental property and just start making money as soon as I closed. Well, after we closed on the property, things were going really good for well over a year, and we had no issues whatsoever with this property. It stayed booked, it's 5 minutes away from Disney World, and we were getting great reviews on this property. People absolutely loved it, especially some of the features inside of this community. So before I get to how the property got destroyed, let me share with you this whole community. Like I said, this property is a 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath townhouse. And so you'll see this section over here has lots of townhouses, and this whole section is just full of townhouses that are either 2 bedrooms all the way up to 5 bedrooms. But also in this community, you will see that there are single family residences. And in fact, I used to actually own one of these houses, but I sold it in 2020 and made a good profit on it. But these properties rent from anywhere from $100 a night to almost $1,000 per night year round because it is so close to Disney World and it is in a great area. Additionally, inside of this community, you will see there is so many beautiful amenities. The pool in this resort area is beautiful and it's open year round, and this pool is heated year round, so you can get in this pool no matter what month it is, and people absolutely love it, especially with the swim up bar. Also, by the bar, you'll notice there's a clubhouse, and inside the clubhouse, people can watch movies, you can go in there and play games, you can relax, you can have family reunions. It's just a great place for people to gather. So this property has been amazing for us because it's a great vacation rental property, but it's also a great property for people to gather if they want to have a small retreat or an event, or for families to come and rent multiple properties in this area and then go visit all of the attractions in the Orlando area. For us to be able to get this property for less than $200,000 and be able to make all of this money on this property, this has been a great rental property. So let me tell you how it went bad. Well, like I said, we were renting this property on sites like Airbnb, HomeAway, Vacation Rental by Owner, Expedia, and all of the short-term rental sites, and we were keeping this property booked so much. It stayed booked where you could barely even get to book a night because it was always booked. It's super affordable and the location is so close to Disney. But we were having some issues with our reviews because some of the people started to tell us that the air conditioning unit kept going out. We really did not understand why the air conditioning unit kept going out, but we kept sending people out there to fix it, and then it would be fine when we would go on with our lives. Well, then a week later, the air conditioning would go out again, and we would notice that there was water pooling at the bottom by the air conditioning unit, but we really just thought it was water and water condensation from the air conditioning unit that was causing all of the issues. So once we got the air conditioning fixed 3-4 times, we just assumed that this issue was totally done and we were going to be all set. Boy, were we wrong. Well, we then had a guest that stayed in the property and told us that the downstairs air felt different than the upstairs air. Now, let me say that again because I know that sounds super weird. They said that the air downstairs felt different than the air upstairs. Well, what does that even mean? Obviously, we do property management, we do Airbnb, so we are big into hospitality. We want our guests to be happy. We do not want them to be complaining about anything, and we kill for those 5-star reviews. Those are the lifeline of our business. We need great reviews so that our properties stay at the top of searches and people book our properties. So we do not need people being unhappy and telling us the air in our property isn't quite right. So we sent in a technician to go in and see kind of what was going on, and that's when we discovered the big issue. Mold. Mold, 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 mold. Yes, mold. Mold is awful for a property. This is what happens when you have moisture and water inside of a property, and it will create spores that are called mold, and they are very hazardous to our health as human and even to dogs and cats. A lot of times they cannot deal with mold issues either. And I have all of the pictures to show you because this was awful. So behind the washer dryer and where the air conditioning unit is, you will see that there was all of this mold. Look at it all on the floor, all of this black, and you can see the mold. It is pretty scary stuff, and we knew we had to get this fixed. We immediately had to cancel all of our bookings that we had in our property, and that was an absolute disaster. That really takes the business down when you have confirmed bookings and you have to cancel them or move them to a different property. Luckily, we are real estate entrepreneurs, so we have dozens of properties, so we were able to move a lot of the people that have booked this property to other properties that we have in the area. But just think, imagine if we only had one property. Imagine if we were just, really small time. We would have lost all of our bookings, and we would have gotten a bad review or rating or feeling from the people that we took the bookings from and then canceled. So luckily for us, we have a situation, and I always tell you, keep growing your business. Do not just stop at 1 or 2 properties. The more properties you have, the more secure you are in your business. Literally, real estate creates security, not the other way around where you don't have real estate. So long story short, you'll see the pictures here. The property had a lot of big mold issues, and you will see that we had to call and get 3 different quotes. We got quotes that ranged anywhere from $3,000 to $10,000. You always want to get 3 quotes whenever it comes to any type of repair. I know I teach you this all the time, but no, you do not just get 1 or 2 quotes. You always want to get 3, and you usually want to pick the one in the middle. Don't pick the one that's the most expensive. Don't pick the one that's the cheapest. Pick the one in the middle. Well, that's just a theory because that is what I teach you, and sometimes even that doesn't work out, but you want to at least do your research, do your due diligence, and do the best that you can. So the quote that we got, that we decided to go with, was with a company called Fast Restoration. They are a franchise, and so their quote was right in the middle. However, I'm going to share with you a big secret. I feel like they tricked us just a little bit because there are 2 parts when it comes to mold. There's the remediation part, and then there's the restoration part. Yeah, meaning you have to remediate to take the mold out, and then you have to restore. You have to put the property back together. So the quote that they gave us was just for the remediation. So we picked the middle quote, and it was $4,000 and something, but we were way off because then there was another over $4,000 that we had to pay for the restoration. So that's the long story there. I'm going to quickly show you some before and after pictures so you can see how we remediated the mold, and then show you some great footage on how we restored the property and how we have it now back together. This process took over a month as you start to see them pulling out the drywall, pulling down where the mold is, and doing the remediation, pulling in these air dryers and air drying out the whole area, and then putting all of that drywall back, painting it, and putting the property and the carpet all back together. One of the delays that we had was the carpeting. Obviously, we had just got this carpets done. Like I said, we were making so much money with this property that we got a new living room set, we got new lighting fixtures for the kitchen and the dining area, and we had put brand new carpet through the whole upstairs unit. But we found that there was mold under the bottom of the carpets on some of the downstairs carpet. So we had to replace that with brand new carpet because, like I said, things that get mold on them cannot be kept. You have to replace. So this was nearly $10,000 worth of work. Our property was destroyed by this mold, by this faulty air conditioning unit. But now, as you can see, we have gotten this property fixed. It was quite the journey. And now we are back on Airbnb and getting those 5-star reviews again. So I have been in real estate and I have learned so much, and I've put it all here in this book, Real Estate Millionaire Secrets. And you can get this book absolutely free just by going to noellsfreebook.com. This book teaches you how I started from my parents' basement to the multi-millionaire in real estate you see today. There are templates, scripts, charts, and everything that you need to start your real estate journey and become successful just like me. Again, go to noellsfreebook.com and get this book absolutely free. You just cover the shipping. I just want to make sure that you have all of the resources, all of the tools, and all of the knowledge that you need to be successful. This is Noelle. To your success.